Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing great. So again, you are in line for a major breakthrough. You are actually next in line for this major breakthrough coming to you from the universe. Gotta fix my camera here. Get this stuff going really good here. Definitely gotta work right there. That gotta work here. So how's everybody doing today? Good. All right, so good morning, everybody, good morning. The thing that I want to touch on, you got to understand when you want something to go your way, when you want to create your life by design instead of by default, is you have to understand that the universe is always working through you. Okay, that's important to understand. A lot of people don't get that. The universe is always working through you guys. The universe is not separate from you. Okay, does that make sense? Hi, good morning, guys. How's everybody doing today? Good. Oh, what a nice start with a little spring shower, right? Nice little shower here and there. The scenic rain drops make it a lot better, right? Hi from as well. Hi from Tampa. We have Tampa here. Oh, we have Australia. Oh, that's so nice. Australia's here as well. Awesome, Australia. How's everybody doing today? Good. So guys, the thing that I want to focus on, to just keep in mind, is that the things you want in your life, they are not, what's the best way to put this? The things you want in your life, they're already downloaded in your program. And then, what you gotta understand, what controls or runs your life. It's going to always be what? Your unconscious mind. So the universe will always work through your subconscious mind. The universe isn't going to work through your conscious mind. Okay, you got to understand that. The reason the universe won't work through your conscious mind, because your conscious mind doesn't have the ability and the memory and the capability to hold all that information. So the universe will always target and go through your subconscious mind first. That's the only way you're going to be able to get what you want. If you want that big breakthrough, you have to understand that. You have to understand the different levels of the mind. Okay, if you don't know the levels of the mind, you're going to always have difficulty in creating what I call a life by design. And this is what I'm showing you. I'm just putting it to you. So if you want a life by design instead of by default, and what I mean by default, a default life is that you're just being thrown around. Okay? You're just being thrown around by, what do we call it? The subconscious mind picking up all these negative programs. That's what you're doing. You've been thrown around by all these programs that are designed to help you to facilitate your world. See how that works? Yep. So now look, there's two things you gotta know. There's two things to make this stuff work, okay? Number one, if you understand that the universe is working through you, number one. Number two, you have to feel. The best way I could put this to you, I say this a lot, but this is really critical, and this goes against our conscious mind, guys. It's not fake it till you make it, right? I call it faith it till you make it. You gotta, it's like this is you gotta act out your manifestation. You gotta act out in writing it down. You got to act out in visualizing it. You got to act out like what you want has already been completely created. You really have to do that, because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is you're going to engage your conscious mind to try to find logical stuff, and the logical stuff don't help you. And then I had a question here. Someone told me this, I think it was last week in one of those videos, and I was going to address it. He said, Mark, I keep attracting, like when it comes to relationships with like women, I keep attracting the wrong type of woman. And that is an example of what we call self-sabotage. Your subconscious mind is self-sabotaging you. This is what happens when you're out of alignment with what you want or your desires are. If you are not in alignment with what you want, you are not going to get what you want. So it's no more fake it till you make it. It's faith it till you make it. Faith it basically means believe in it. Even if I can't see it, even if I can't grab it right now, I must be able to faith it. I must expect it. I must know it will come. When you do that, that's when the universe will turn and become your master. Now let's talk about the self-sabotaging tendencies that we all have experienced and we all have faced in our lives. A self-sabotaging tendency is when your mind, your subconscious mind, does something you don't want to do. Okay? Someone asked me, well, Mark, why would my subconscious mind sabotage me? Isn't it supposed to help me? Like, I don't get this stuff. You told me that I'm an infinite being and I have all these powers to create my world, but then it doesn't make any sense, man. My subconscious mind is like, isn't it smart? You told me my subconscious mind is infinite, and because it's infinite, isn't it smart to know that, hey, don't do this to me, don't mess. Well, no. Here's the thing about your subconscious. You got to understand, guys. Write this down. Your subconscious is an illogical mind. The conscious is a logical mind. There's two different layers of this. And the reason your subconscious is illogical is because it has infinite means to get you what you want. Your conscious is logical because it has limited means. In other words, in the subconscious, there's everything that's possible and beyond possible somewhere in that field. We call that field, the unified field, the quantum field. This is why your subconscious is illogical. And this is why your subconscious will sabotage you. Because your subconscious, here's the key now, your subconscious doesn't judge like your regular mind. Your subconscious wants to protect the program that's been embedded in it. So it's like your subconscious says, all right, I noticed when we were kids, we like to be in fear. I noticed when we were kids, we like to talk about money's limited. I noticed when we were kids, things were hard to get. I don't deserve a lot of stuff. So your subconscious says, all right, this is my program. So what I'm going to do with my program, I'm going to keep this program here. And then when you get older, I'm going to use it against you. So now that when you want to accomplish something great in your life, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull you back. The reason I'm going to pull you back is because I have to protect my program. Your subconscious is loyal to the program. Let me repeat it. Your subconscious isn't loyal to you. It's loyal to a program in you. Big difference. Your conscious mind is loyal to you, because your conscious mind can think, can rationalize, can become aware, can have feelings, can interpret, has all the senses. Your subconscious mind, and this is to show you, I told you guys, guys, you're just here having a human experience. Your subconscious mind doesn't see you as a you. Your subconscious sees you as a program, information, part of the field of the universe. That's what your subconscious sees you as. Okay? So because your subconscious sees you as a program, it's going to be loyal to the program. So what a lot of us do, we get the misconception that, oh, my subconscious is me. No. Your subconscious is a program. It's only ever going to be loyal to the program. So here's how you easily fix it if you're someone's experiencing self-sabotage. You have to put programs in the subconscious that's going to what? Reveal the life you want to live. Because again, I got to state this because it's so important. Your subconscious isn't loyal to you people. It's loyal to a program. Listen, this will help you. This will change the game for you if you get what I'm saying to you. Does that make sense? Because the thing is, look, okay, as human beings, we personalize our relationships with ourselves and the environment, right? When we look around, we think we put things as, oh, this is me, this is part of me, this is part of that. Okay, in your regular mind, you can do all that because your regular mind is here to help you and to survive. That's why you develop what's called a personality or an ego. Okay? In the subconscious mind, it doesn't work that way. So what you have to do now is, since I just gave you a big tip, and this guy just told me that my subconscious mind is programs. So are there programs out there that can change my personality? See that? And yes, there are programs galore. Look at it like you're going to a store, and the store has all these shelves. It has great self-esteem, money magnets, financial freedom, confident, secure, happy, successful. All of those are programs. Confident, energetic. Okay, those are programs. Now, how do we get programs to our subconscious? We got to get programs to our subconscious when our brain waves are at their lowest hemispheric frequencies. Anybody know what the frequency of our brain waves are to get to your subconscious new programs? Comment below. Comment below. Nope, beta is actually, B with a beta is actually the program for your conscious mind. You are in beta 14 hours every day. It is called theta. Yes, correct. Somebody got it here. Theta, you got it. So theta is the easiest way to get theta. Let me put it like this to you. Theta, you can overload and get a whole bunch of stuff in theta. But there are other ways. Okay, theta, you can get 70% like that in theta. But the 30%, there's other ways you can get programs into your subconscious, even when you're in beta. Can anyone tell me what are the other ways we can get new programs into the subconscious while we're operating in beta? Now look, I have to say this because I guess people don't understand this as well. They say to me, well, Mark, so when we're in beta, that means, does our subconscious shut off? No. The difference between your subconscious and your conscious mind is power. Your conscious mind has to shut off. Did you know that? When you go to bed every night, this is why you get tired and you gotta sleep. Your conscious mind needs to reboot. Your subconscious never shuts off. Even when you're in beta. What happens is, when you're in beta, your subconscious says, hey man, you can go ahead and you can run the show right now, but I'm down here, and if there's something I don't like, I'm gonna turn you off and run the show. but your subconscious is always still in control. So that means even during 14 hours when you're in beta, you can still impress your subconscious to take in new programs. Does anybody know the ways you do that? Great. This is yes, Dominical. Ask yourself questions out loud. That's one way to get your subconscious a new program so you can get that breakthrough. What's the other way? Okay, here's a misconception. I'm going to tell you something. Meditation does not program your subconscious mind to change. Meditation puts you in a state of relaxation, reboot the cells, open you up for more downloads from the higher self. Meditation does not change the program in your subconscious. I had one client, coaching client. He's like, Mark, I've been meditating for 4 months to change my subconscious program. I was shocked. I was like, what? Yeah, they told me when I meditate, I can clear my subconscious blockages. No, you cannot. Meditation is great. It's a great source to help you to become more aligned, to stay in flux, to get downloads, to rejuvenate yourself, to feel at peace, to release anxiety. That's what I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you want to change your life and to get the stuff you want to get and to become the version of who you want to get, I'm talking about a program here. So meditation is not the way to change your program. You got that? So all of you guys who are meditating every day for 2 hours and you see why your life is not changing, now you know why. You go ahead and meditate. It's great to do. Meditation is excellent. It gets you downloads. But with those downloads, guess where the downloads have to filter through? That's right. Your downloads must always be filtered through your subconscious mind. Voila. So let's talk about the most powerful way first. Then I'm gonna talk about. So we got affirmations. So let's talk about the number one way, the 70% way with theta is of course everybody knows subliminal messages. You all should be at sleeping every night with subliminal messages. Got them on my channel. You can go anywhere. They're called theta frequency brainwaves. We all know that. Okay, good. That's a wrap. Now we talk about the affirmations. That's the other way. Now what's the other way you can impress your subconscious even when you're in the beta state? We got affirmations. Let me scroll up here and see if anybody got it. Yes, let me see. This is from this is Dawn Washington. Yes, Dawn. Visualization. So let me repeat it again because I don't think people get this. So even when you're in the beta state, the 14 hours, you can still impress your subconscious by 30%. When you go to sleep at night, you can do it 70%. That's why I say you do most of your damage when you're sleeping to your subconscious. But if you want to get it, if you want to take it, if you want to do this thing 100%, here's the formula for you. You ready? When you go to bed at night, you hit your subliminals. You fall asleep with your subliminals every night. That's 70%. When you get up in the morning and you're in your beta state, you hit your subconscious with your questions out loud. That's the, what's that, half of the 30%. While you're hitting your subconscious with your questions out loud, then go ahead and further hit your subconscious with your visualization. That's the other half of the 30%. There you have 100%. You will guaranteed success within 90 days if you repeat it. Did you get that? I just gave you thousands of dollars worth of free information that they charge you for. You automatically, when you go to bed at night and you listen to subliminals, that's called auto-hypnosis. When you get up in the morning, there's 2-hour window before you cycle into beta, and then you can do self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis is when you're able to relax, visualize, affirm your questions. That's very powerful as well. You can also do hypnotherapy, which can also get your subconscious mind to change. But again, you have to remember, your life isn't controlled, your life isn't run by your conscious and your personality. Your life is run and controlled by a program in the subconscious. So this is why you self-sabotage. So now you understand, my subconscious don't care about me, Mark. Your subconscious don't care about nothing. It's a program. You're a program. You're not a human being. We just make that up. Human being. You are made up of information. Your whole body. First of all, you guys know this. What is DNA? DNA is information. Deoxynucleic acid. That's what DNA stands for. DNA composes of trillions bits of information that goes to each cell in your body. It replicates, it tells the cells to become a hair cell, to become a liver cell. Everything in your body is information. Then we can go even deeper than that. So when we go below the information of the DNA, we get into the world of quantum physics, which is called quantum mechanics, and they're turned into what's called qubits. Qubit. That is the most smallest, that is even smaller than the particles of the atom. That's what you are. This is what your subconscious mind uses to decode your world. So if you want to take your game to the next level, stop looking at yourself as a human being and start looking at yourself as information field. And you're always taking in information, which creates the personality. So if you start to see yourself as a field of information, you will be more cautious to what comes in your field. Because now you're walking around, you're like, damn, everything is information, man. I'm getting this is information. I don't want to get too much information that's going to corrupt my system, like a computer. A computer, if it gets the virus or wrong information, it corrupts the system. So what happens in your subconscious is when you were a kid, you got corrupted. See how that works? So now that you understand that, understand this. Since you're programmed and you can put a new program in, what happens to your life when that happens? Here's what happens to your life. Thank you guys. Yes. My tan, thank you for the, it is really hot here in Florida. We're in a heat wave. So you see my tan, it is unusually warm here. Yesterday, it was 104 degrees in the shade. So yeah, it's really hot here. I'm happy we have a little bit of rain now, which kind of cools it down. Yep. Yes, I was in New York for a minute. Okay. So, all right, guys, look. What happens when I put new programs in? How does the subconscious know what to do and how to create my life? Well, the answer now, there is something higher than the subconscious that is controlling all of this. Anybody know what that is? Comment below if you know what's top level beyond the subconscious. Who is the top dog? The subconscious needs this. This doesn't need the subconscious. The subconscious needs this. This doesn't need the subconscious. What is this I'm talking about? That's right. Benjamin got it. It's called your higher self. Your higher self is you. Your higher self is you, tethered to me. So this is Mark, and then my higher self. Now look, I'm going to share something deep. What is the origin of this? Okay, you see physical being right here, right? This is a physical being you're looking at. Me, you say, oh, Mark, this Mark. As I look at you, you say, oh, that's a person. No, no, no. This isn't me. This is a representation. This is just to make sense of the 3D. What I am and who I am is information. Guess what? Your higher self is information. It's a field of information. It's called consciousness. Your higher self is actually the multiverse, the universe, the planets, the stars. It's the dimensions. It's everything. It's every single thing that you can observe and has awareness. That is what you call your higher self. Your higher self now branches off from its big point into little dots and turns himself into you and me. That's what the higher self. If the higher self goes home, it's this big blob of information. And then what it does, it splits off into little chords and creates me and you. But everything goes to the central hub. So that, check this out. So listen to this, because this is deep here. So this means that if I am connected to that thing, and that thing is me, and he's just playing a game down here, then that thing up there knows the multiverse. That thing up there knows all the infinite realities that I can experience down here. It means that my higher self has everything already mapped out for me. And this is why I tell you guys, let the universe work through you. I remember the video I made. I said, you got to say to yourself out loud, why is the universe rigged in my favor? Remember that? That's what I'm talking about. Once you start to get that, your higher self now can pick, like a book. It picks the reality you want to experience through your subconscious mind. Let me show you how your higher self works to get this stuff to you, okay? So the higher self, first of all, you communicate to your higher selves this way. Feelings, visualizing, affirming, and I'm talking out loud. Intention and decisions. That's how you communicate to your higher self, okay? So let's get that straight. So you can go to your higher self right now, just like this, and say, hey, I want to be more successful. Hey, solve this problem for me. Hey, I want to be in a bigger house. I want to have a new car. Hey, I like to make more money. I mean, just put it, this is exactly how you talk to your higher self. You see people, listen guys, there is no disconnection here. Okay, so when you do that to your higher self, now you communicate to your higher self. So your higher self says, all right, let me go into the infinite field. I got what you want, Mark. Okay, set it on down. That's what, set it on down. Higher self says, coming right at you. Goes to my subconscious. Subconscious says, I got the information. Thank you, higher self. Subconscious now says, conscious mind, take this. Conscious mind says, wait a minute. This can't happen. Oh my, oh no, we have a block. We have a block. We have a block here. Conscious mind says, this is too much. You can't get all this stuff. You don't even have this. But the beauty is when you have the subconscious program, guess what it does? It says, get out of my way, conscious mind. It overrides your conscious mind. Even when your conscious mind says no, your subconscious says, get out of the way. I'm going to let him do this. Boom. I mean, you've been doing it all along, but you've been doing it the wrong way. You've been doing it with self-sabotage. That's when your subconscious overrides your conscious. That's why you go back to the person that asked me, said, why I keep picking the wrong woman, even though I don't want to. That's a clear example of the subconscious. Says, get out of the way, conscious mind. I'm going to let you pick the wrong woman. Now you can say, I picked the right woman. Get out of the way, conscious. I'm going to let him pick the right woman. Get out of the way, conscious. I'm going to make him make more money. Get out of the way, conscious. I'm going to make him more successful. Get out. You can't be too successful. We're not good at this. Get out of the way. I'm going to let him do this. This is why this is so important. This is why this is such life-changing and powerful information, man. Because I don't think a lot of people know how the game works. This is a game, people. We live in a video simulation game. This is why I never take life seriously. I never take it seriously. Everything that happens is not serious to me because I know the true source of this game. Once you know the source and how this game works, you will always have more peace and less stress because you understand that this is an infinite, repeating, parallel universe, multiverse of different outcomes that you can always experience. That's right. Freedom of the mind. Your mind is the key. Can we connect it with television and Wi-Fi connection? You are the television and the Wi-Fi connection. How do you know when your subconscious is impressed with your affirmations? That is a great question. Many of you should know this answer. So go ahead and comment below and tell me, how do you know when your subconscious has taken the bait? That is correct, Susan. The universe is always planning for you. So can someone tell me, how do I know when the subconscious? Very simply put, Jack, this is Jackal 108 says, you get the results you want. All right, remember when I won the lottery and I was manifesting the lottery, that it was a clear example of me setting up my subconscious to win the lottery. How did I know it worked? I won the lottery. I got the results. So the clear answer is you start to get results. Also, keep in mind now, when the subconscious is going to work in your favor, it's always going to give you signs as well. And one of the signs that your subconscious will give you to let you know it's working, it's feelings. You will feel more. Okay, how can I put it to you? You don't care too much about anything that was on your mind before. You kind of have this, like, the best way, you have this, put it to you. All right, you know, like your friends and family, before they used to say, man, you're always like so uptight and worried about stuff, right? And now they see you again, they say, man, why are you not taking it so seriously? And you don't take anything too seriously anymore, because that's a sign that your subconscious has accepted the program. Because that's a confidence that you know that you're going to get the results and things are going to work in your favor. So you'll start to feel at peace, you'll feel more confident, you'll feel good, and then you'll see a lot of synchronicities. You're going to see these numbers. Good one. That's where World Bridger make a great point here. Another one too is your dreams will talk back to you. Okay, so you gotta listen. I gotta repeat this again, guys. You gotta remember, your subconscious doesn't care about you. It's not your. It's about the program. It's not out for you. It's out for program. Only your conscious mind cares about you. Because in your conscious mind, you are a personality. Your conscious mind has to develop this thing about you and call you a self. That's why we have the egos. How could you hurt me? I'm not going to take that. Do you know who I am? He's not talking to me. I'm not going to talk to him. That's an ego. That's a self. Your subconscious is beyond that, man. Your subconscious doesn't care about that stuff. It says, it says, I don't know what game they're playing. But if he wants to play that game, go ahead. But I'm just gonna keep hitting him. I'm just keep hitting him and her with programs until they wake up and they get it. So if they want to go out there and they want to act like they all that, they want to act like they could do this, and then I'm gonna show them something. I'm gonna hit a monkey wrench and show them, hey, You ain't in control, I'm in control. So if you want to get with the program, that's what it says, you better get with the program. Right? Are you supposed to think, feel delusional to see the illusion you want? Am I right? You're 100% right. And this goes against a logical mindset. See, this goes against the world we live in. The world you live in, they teach you to think realistic. Let me ask you a question. What is realistic? Is anything realistic? The answer is no. So this is where people get stuck. This is where people stop going for their dreams and their passion. Because now they say to themselves, I gotta be realistic. I live in my mom's house. How am I gonna get my own apartment and have a car? That's what your mind says to you. I'm in my parents' house. I don't have enough money in my bank account. How am I gonna start my business? That's what they teach you in the Matrix. Now, if you're watching this video and it comes across your channel and I'm telling you, I said, if you live in your mom's house, whatever it is, your situation, and you start to change the program in your subconscious, you have your own house. I don't have enough money in my bank account. You'll have more than enough money in your bank account. Because in this game, man, it's a cat and mouse game here we live in the Matrix. It's a cat and mouse game. In the Matrix game, they want you to stay limited. They don't want you to be limitless. So you're always, everywhere you walk around in the Matrix, they're always going to show you limitation. I want you to write that down. Put this. Everywhere in my world, I will see limitation. I guarantee you, when you go to your job, limitation. You look at your paycheck, limitation. You look at your personality, limitation. You go watch your favorite show. Everything in the Matrix is designed for limitation. You will never see limitless. Your job will never tell you, hey man, you can make as much money as you want. They'll give you a cap. They say, well, you can make this, but you'll cap. Or you get a raise, but it's this. Everything is limitation. You know you can't do this. Have you ever noticed that? It's designed that way. And the reason why it's designed that way is designed to keep you from expanding into your true self. They don't want the cat out the bag. They don't want you to become your true version, because then you become too powerful. And then we don't need a government, and we don't need a religion, and we don't need a school system, and we don't need any of that. Because now you learn, everything you need to know is in the superconscious mind. Everything you need to know about reality is all out there. So they have to keep you confined, and they put limitation on everything in your life. Did you even know that, man? So if you write this down, everything in my reality is limitation. It's going to open you more to awareness. Now you're going to say, damn. Now, when I go into my unconscious, it's limitless. That's why you have to be a little delusional. Now you see why? And they make the word delusional sound like you're crazy. This guy's delusional. Oh my goodness, he's delusional. No, that guy's a genius. They don't know that. You can't have that. Get realistic, Mark. Listen, man, I remember I was working at the hotel as a chef. I told this one guy next to me, man, on the grill line, man. I said, I'm gonna win this lottery, man. I'm gonna buy this M3 car and I'm gonna get out of here. This guy told me, this is exact words. Bro, you're delusional as beep, as F. And started laughing. Bro, you're delusional as F. Started laughing at me. That's what they want from you. Now listen, if I wasn't strong-minded, if I wasn't confident in my routine and how the universe works, I probably would have listened to the guy and said, you know what? And not only was that guy telling me I was delusional, guess who else was telling me I was delusional? My own mind. Me, my own self, man. was telling me I'm delusional. My conscious mind was like, Mark, please. Nobody just wins the lottery when they say they want to win it and go buy the... No, it doesn't happen like that, Mark. Mark, it could take you 50 years. Mark, do you know what the odds are? Mark. Mark. So the question is, what made me so determined to continue when everybody around me was telling me I'm delusional? What was it that made me so sure that this was going to work? Quantum mechanics, science was my savior. Quantum mechanics told me, and I said, okay, Mark, listen, man, I had to go to my camp. I had to go to my little room, man. I had to shut everything out. I had to go back to my basics. And the basics told me that we live in a superposition reality where all possibilities exist simultaneously until Mark decides to focus on a definite thing, and that definite thing must become a reality. And that time was the lottery. It doesn't matter what it was. It could have been, if it wasn't the lottery, if it was something else, it would have happened anyway. It just happened to be the lottery. That was my savior. It wasn't religion. Everybody kept telling me that, delusional. But I kept going back to the physics of how reality worked. And the visualization and the power of visualizing and the effects it had on the brain circuitry and then what reality was. But these people didn't know this stuff. You know that? They didn't know this stuff. Even if I try to tell these people this stuff. I remember one time it was the so I was there and I had an expo. You know, on the line you need an expo to food. The expo called out. So I was in the office. So I had to go and expo the line. And I'm expoing the line. And it was a slow night. And I'm expoing it. And I'm talking to like all these four cooks, and we're talking. And I'm telling them, because I was so excited, man. I wanted to share this with everybody. I was so excited. I was telling them about, I was telling them, say, guys, you can change your life. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. Reality is not real. Everybody was looking at me like I was cuckoo, man. The look in those people's faces were shocked. And that just made me realize how deep these people are programmed by the Matrix. Because I'm here showing these people, guys, you can go do anything you want to do. If you want to be a chef, you can be a chef. If you want to be a executive chef, whatever you want to do, if you want to go own your own business, you can go do all that stuff. And all of them looked at me like I was crazy, man. Well, there was one guy, he was paying more attention to me, so I knew he was kind of open. But everybody else was looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? One guy picked up the fryer thing and said, so you're telling me, when you put your french fries in that thing, he picked it up and he said, he shook it like this. So you're telling me this shit ain't real? This shit isn't real? He said, Mark, what did it? And he started laughing. I said, yeah, it's not real, bro. I said, it's God. Just like that. Guys, this is the secret where they call those elites. We are the elites. This is what they know. The few people that know this stuff, they're the ones that run the world. The Matrix. They knew this stuff. The CIA put a document out about this stuff. Now, if only those guys that knew this, back then they could have changed their lives right there. But yeah, back to the point. You have to be delusional, and you can't care what people think about you, man. Because majority of people are already programmed. So if you want to make this stuff work, you got to live in your own little delusional world. Now listen, a little delusional. You can't be full delusional. Then you're going to get out of the creative process. You got to get to the point where you believe it's possible. That's what I'm talking delusional. The possibility of it happening. That's the delusion I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to that possibility world. Once I got to that possibility world, everything changed. And of course, you know, I won the lottery and da da da. And I didn't go back to see that guy. I don't remember what happened. But when it happened, a lot of people now started to like watch. They started to ask me questions now. They started to say, "Hey man, you got a YouTube channel? Bro, can you help me?" Da da. Now they started to come around. Because they say, "Bro, how'd you do it?" And I told them I visualized it. I told them the stuff I did. And a few of them were interested in it. But that's the point I'm showing you guys, is that there's nothing realistic. There's no real world, none of that stuff. Everything is a figment of our imagination. What you hold in your imagination, you hold in the physical world as an experience. How does my higher self work? Your higher self works through your subconscious, and your higher self works through feelings. Your higher self is you. It's just tethered to you. And how your higher self works is, whatever you want, you're always on a two-way communication with your higher self. Your higher self is the one that got no holds barred. You are the one with the limitations in the matrix. Your higher self can get information that you can never get here, and he can send it to you through your subconscious. Otherwise, you can't get it through your conscious. So your higher self always has a way to communicate to you, and it'll always be through your subconscious. That's how your higher self works. And your higher self is infinite. It exists in multiple realities. It sees all the outcomes. And then all you have to do is decide what you want, focus on it, believe it's possible, and repeat it. And then you have to program your subconscious. You got to go program your subconscious. Once you program your subconscious, then you will see the results you're looking for. Do you have to feel very positive to visualize? No. Another thing is, you don't have to feel positive all the time, guys. You just got to be yourself. What's regular for you? Well, okay, if you're visualizing something you want, you're naturally going to feel positive, right? See how it works? How do you beat the odds in lottery? You must know something I don't know. How is it possible? Guys, here's the problem. There is no odds in the lottery. Odds do not exist. It's either you're going to win or you're not going to win. That's it. It's either you're just going to win. Odds, if you believe in odds, you're going to live in a world of odds. I don't believe in the odds. I believe in results. I'm always looking for results. I'm not looking for odds. If I was looking for odds, I wouldn't play the lottery. Because then I know I'm just going to fall into the category which 90% of people fall into category. And that goes beyond the lottery. That goes in your life. If you start looking for odds and everything in your life, you're going to live in a world of odds. Look for results. Expect results, because again, I gotta say this to you. If you're aware right now and you're watching this video, you are creating your world. So what you say becomes true in your world. So the next thing, get out of odds. There's no odds in the universe. There are only different experiences happening simultaneously that you can tune into based on your vibrational alignment. What do you do when you feel stuck, like in a mental prison? Okay, this is the most important part in your life. When you feel stuck, you don't do anything. You don't force anything. If you ever feel stuck in anything you're doing, this is the time that you have to reach out to your authentic self. You should never feel, when you feel stuck, you go talk to your higher self, people. If you feel stuck, go ask your higher self. Say, look, I feel stuck. And tell them what it is. I need you to help me to do this. Can you do that? Whatever That's how this is how this stuff work, man. People, you have a communication channel open to this higher part of you. Some people call it God, Christ conscious. That's who you are, man. So if you ever feel stuck in your journey, chill for a minute. Your conscious mind, the thing about your regular mind, it doesn't like to be stuck. So if you're stuck, your regular mind is going to keep bugging you to go do something. Don't listen to it, because you're just going to get yourself in more trouble. When you feel stuck, go to your authentic self. People, it knows every possible outcome. It knows every reality. It knows all the solutions. See it? Yeah. That's right. When you feel stuck, you go to your higher self. Yes, the root clean slate really does work well. You know what? If you can, I know you can hear in my voice, I have a little cold, but let me show you something. When, like prior to before, if I had a cold, it would have been really, really bad. This, you can hear my voice, but it's like, it went from like a 90% to like a 30%. Recovery is like this. And I attribute that to the clean slate. It splits the time from you being sick really, really short, or if you catch like a little bug, it eliminates all the time to do that stuff. It's really, really good. It detox, it cuts, that stuff works well. It shortens your time in between. I'll put the link again for the clean slate. Really good stuff. Yeah, when I went to New York, you know, being up in New York, man, all those people, man, you're definitely around some people. It's a lot of, I'm gonna tell you something I learned about when I got there too. Like, I'm gonna show you something deep here. That when you're around and you're in the midst of tons of people, and you're watching these people, and you're observing like what they're doing with their lives, you can see how stuck they are in like their you can see they're like concerned, their work. No one's ever thinking about like, you know, what if this is a simulation? What if I can change my life? They've all been so like bombarded with so much stuff, they don't have time to think about their world and see the bigger thing. And that was done by design. So we have Tawanda here says, clean slate does work. My dreams are much clearer. Yes, the clean slate, man, that thing will take your dreams to a new level. You'll dream every night. You'll become more clearer. It'll open up your third eye. It'll give you more energy, help you recovery time a lot faster. Even if you do get a bug or like a flu or something, your recovery time is like that. What would take you a week or 7 to 10 days to feel better, you're over it in 3 days tops. It really tightens your immune system. If I vape nicotine, does that take away from my lottery win? No, guys, listen. Let me say this to you guys. Nothing, the only way something will take away from your win is if you're not conscious of what you're doing. That's it. So if you're smoking marijuana, if you're drinking, if you're doing all this stuff, and if you're doing it to a point where you're inebriated, if you're doing it to a point where you can't concentrate, yes, it's going to take away from your win. But if you're doing it and you can still focus, and you can still be conscious, and you can still visualize, that you will win. However, keep in mind that these things, the longer you do them, they're going to have an effect on your body's health. They're not going to stop you from manifesting, but they will corrupt the cells in your body. So just to get that clear, I always keep it real with you. So you can still manifest with smoking, with drinking, with vaping. You can do all of that. But it's your body that will suffer the consequences. Your cells just aren't designed to take in all that toxicity like that. Now with the root, if you do the root clean slate, definitely helps to clean that out. But you're just gonna keep corrupting and corrupting it. So everything you do, you must do in balance. Yes, the pandemic knocked a lot of New Yorkers out. Be honest. Where do you think you'd be had you not learned these things? That is a great question. I think I'd still probably be in the food industry, because that's the only thing I had known to do. If I had known these things, I probably would have been like a regular rat race person. Working, stressed in, trying to figure it out. I think that's where I'd be. Mark, when I win the lottery jackpot, I'm sharing some of the price with you. Thank you. I'm going to send you so much energy that you're going to win now. The clean slate. I get so much people ask me. The clean slate, guys, basically what it does, it detoxes heavy metals and toxins. It helps your body run efficient. It helps your pineal gland. The most powerful thing for me with the clean slate is this: the intuition, the dreams, and the energy for me. There's other individuals, a lot of them report when they have allergies gone, joint pain gone. There's so much stuff this stuff do. There's the email, there's a link. I'll post it up again. Go get yours. I have one person. Now remember, it's going to take at least, give it about 2 months to 3 months to really kick in. Some people can see it in like two weeks, a month, but this is something you got to continue on to get your body into it, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because I had a friend, she's in Canada, and she had really bad insomnia. Can't sleep, sleeping patterns messed up, all this stuff. And she ordered it, and the first month nothing happened, and she says, Mark, nothing. After month 2, she started seeing a whole bunch of changes. She would win. She played the lottery up there. She would win like lots on the scratch off. She started to dream and sleep now, and she started to remember her dreams. She told me that that happened to her in 10 years. So that's just an example of it. And there's so many people here that are using it. They can give you testimonials on it. But this is something I use, and I wouldn't recommend it to my followers if it wasn't working. And I want you guys to have the best experience on this journey for your manifestation. And it's the perfect complement to help you manifest, because you have something that can heighten your senses, can clear up your pineal gland, help. I mean, that's the perfect 1-2 punch right there, man. Because you know that when you're going to create something in your life, your body got to be on point too. So I'll put it in there. You can go order your clean slate. Yes, especially New York. It's watching robots in action. So in New York City, being someone that's kind of like just watching, you can see in people's faces like how there's something that's just programming them and telling them not to focus on themselves. If they get a chance to think something's possible, something will come in and say, nope, it's not possible for you. I'll put the link in the pinned comments for the clean slate to order it. Yeah, where can we order it? I'll put the link there. But it helps you with recovery time. If you get like sick or something, it'll shorten your immune system runs really, really good. And it's really good. It's really good. Clean slate, guys. I'll put the link in the pin. Go to the pin comments, and you could go order your clean slate. Okay. Distractions everywhere. It's called Root Clean Slate, but it's a clean slate. Yes, it's also good with releasing weight. The clean slate, it helps you to release weight too. So if you're someone want to release weight, it's the perfect thing to help you to release weight, because what it does is, since your body, remember now, so how do we gain weight? Okay, so what that happens when we're stressed, right? Our body creates more fat cells to store, because when the body, remember, your body's a fight or flight machine. So when the body feels threatened and stress, what stress does, stress threatens the body. So the body says, uh-oh, we got to prepare for a time when we're not going to be able to eat or do stuff. So what the body does, it naturally stores fat cells because it thinks there's something coming, and that's why you put on weight when you're stressed. So what the clean slate does for that now, since the body is gathering all these toxins and heavy metal, the body will hold the fat cells more because of these toxins and heavy metal. What the clean slate does, since it helps the body to release the toxins and heavy metal, those fat cells that are holding those fat, they start to dissipate as well. So you'll start to naturally kind of speed up your metabolism. Now look, this will work a lot according, it's more efficient with your diet. So I'm not going to tell you to take clean slate and go eat cheeseburgers and hamburgers and cakes and you lose weight. No, I'm saying that if you're someone that wants to release weight, this will help you naturally because it will kind of speed up your metabolism so that you get less stress and you release less of those fat cells in your body. Okay? It does, everything is the efficiency of our cells. If the cells in your body aren't operating, if they're clogged up and they're junked up, your whole body is going to be off. Clean slate declogs that. That's all it does. It declogs all of that. Remember guys, most of the ailments we have, from allergies, from joint pain, from arthritis, from all of these things, from depression, they are due to cell cloggery. Cells aren't running efficient because they're clogged up with elements from the environment. We got mercury, we got heavy metals, we got oils, deodorant we put on our body. These clog up the cells. Your body, now listen, your body naturally has a detox system, but your body can only do so much if it's keeping. So what clean slate does, it comes and helps the body. It's like, hey, I'm a helper. I'm going to help you do it. Your body's doing it 1 time faster. Clean slate makes it like 5 to 7 times faster. So your body now works with it, and you'll start to notice, what you'll notice when you do the clean slate, you start to pee a lot. So you start to go to the bathroom and pee a lot. That's good. Your body is flushing out those things. Once you're on the clean slate, you're going to be peeing a lot. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is good. That's how the body detoxes. Your body detoxes through peeing, through releasing carbon dioxide, and that's how the body detoxes from. That's how also you lose fat. Did you know that? You lose fat by breathing it out. You lose fat by peeing it out, sweating it out. But did you know the most efficient way you lose fat is this? Exhaling. Your body takes the fat, turns it into carbon dioxide, and releases it. Now you know. Got it? So, you guys are on your way. But remember now, the lesson today is get the program that you want in your subconscious. So I'll see you again. And of course, I'll put the link to the clean slate in the pinned comments. And you can go get yours. All right, guys. See you again.